ओम श्री गणेशाय नमः। ओम श्री सरस्वती नमः। ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। समस्त जन कल्याणे निरतं करुणामयं नमामि चिन्मयं देवं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरं सद्गुरुं ब्रह्मविद्वरम्। ॐ सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ नमः शिवाय 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 ॐ नमः शिवाय। हर नमः पार्वतीपतये हर हर महादेव शंभो शंकर। बोलिए श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। ओम सर्ववेदांत सिद्धांत गोचरं तमगोचरं गोविंदं परमानंदं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहं सद्गुरुं प्रणतोऽस्म्यहम्। We will chant from sloka number 79 together. आपातवैराग्यवतो मुमुक्षून् भवाब्धिपारं प्रति यातु मुद्यतान् आशाग्रहो मज्जयतेऽन्तराले निगृह्य कण्ठे विनिवर्त्य वेगात् विषयाख्यग्रहो येन सुविरत्यसिनाहतः स गच्छति भवाम्भोदेः पारं प्रत्यूहवर्जितः। One who wants to get liberation but doesn't have complete vairagya bhava, just having so-called vairagya, temporary kind of vairagya, or apata vairagya, apparent kind of vairagya, such kind of person, if he wants to cross over the ocean of samsara without complete vairagya, then what will happen? Shankaracharyaji is saying the shark or crocodile of desire will catch hold of his neck and make him drown in the ocean of samsara in halfway only. It means he cannot reach another shore of samsara, the cycle of birth and death. Here the ocean of birth and death. Vishayakya graho yena suviratya asina hataha. Then what should be done? The seeker of truth, he should be very strong enough. He should have complete dispassion Here the complete dispassion is compared with asina, means by sword, compared with the sword. Having the sword of dispassion, so virakta, not ordinary kind of virakta, it's sampurna vairagya bhava, not having even trace of desire to enjoy sense pleasures. Such kind of seeker of truth, he can cut asunder the crocodile of desire. Sagachyati bhavambodehe param pratyuha varjitah, without any kinds of obstacles, obstructions, he can cross over the ocean of samsara very easily. So viveka and matured vairagya both are very important for the seeker of truth, for mokshu to get liberation. In the next sloka, Shankaracharyaji is explaining, when person is indulging in sense pleasures, how his life will be, what kind of miserable state he will reach, and one who is following the instructions of Guru and scriptures, how divine life he will be leading, and how he will realize the self. So both points, one who is following the path of sense pleasures, how his life will be, and one who is following the path of divinity. In other terms, if we want to say, in terms of Kathopanishad and in other scriptures, it is said, Preyo Marga and Sreyo Marga. Preyo Marga means the path of pleasure. Sreyo Marga means the path of goodness, the path of divinity. So one who is following that Preyo Marga, that person cannot realize the self. One who is following Sreya Marga, that person alone can attain moksha, liberation. Vishama Vishaya Margair Gacheto Nacha Buddhe. Vishama Vishaya Margair Gacheto Nacha Buddhe. Pratipadama Bhiyato Mrutyurapyesha Vidhi. Pratipadamabhiyatu mrutyurapyesha vidhi. Hita sujana gurutya gacchata swasya yuktya. Hita sujana gurutya gacchata swasya yuktya. Prabhavati phala siddhi satyamityeva vidhi. Prabhavati phala siddhi satyamityeva vidhi. Vishama Vishaya Margaihi. Vishama means danger. Vishama Vishaya Margaihi. Marga means path. Vishaya means sense objects, sense pleasures. Vishama Vishaya Margaihi means through the dangerous path of sense pleasures. Gacchataha, one who is walking. Gacchataha, he who walks. Gacchataha. Anaccha buddhehe. Accha means good, no? Hindi accha. So here, anaccha buddhehe means whose mind is not pure enough. Anaccha buddhehe, one who is not having discriminative power, one who is unintelligent kind of person, and one who is having full of impurities in his mind. He is called anaccha buddhi person. Anaccha buddhehe, with such kind of foolish kind of intellect. In other terms, if we want to understand this one whose mind is filled with full of raga dvesha. That is anaccha buddhi. Accha buddhi, we will be thinking, Shankaracharyaji, he might have taken this accha word from Hindi. No, not like that. It's Devanagari Lipi. It is in Devanagari Lipi. In fact, Sanskrit Bhasha, Sanskrit language is mother of all languages, the source of all languages. Whatever languages now we are speaking, all these languages in fact origin from Sanskrit language only. So this acha word came from Sanskrit, which we are using in Hindi. Acha, acha. In different modulations, when we use that one, the meaning will be, oh, it is like that. Sometimes, acha, it's good, achi, it's nice. So here, anacha, opposite to that acha. Acha means pure, good, having good intellect. Anacha buddhehe, one who doesn't have pure and another word we have to understand here, one whose mind is not capable of thinking what are the negativities are there in sense objects. Means one who cannot see the dosha in sense pleasures. So anaccha buddhehe, one whose mind filled with impurities. Pratipadam abhiyataha, pratipadam abhiyato is there. Pratipadam abhiyataha, prati, each and every. Even in Telugu and Hindi also prati word will be used, na? Pratidinam, it's like that. Prati. Padam, padam means step. Pratipadam. Abhiyataha, abhiyataha means walking, going, moving. Pratipadam abhiyataha means at every step, abhiyataha overtakes what? Mrityuhu. Mrityuhu, death, mortality. Mrityuhu api also yeshaha vidhi. Yesha vidhi is there. Mrityuhu api yeshaha. Yeshaha means this. Vidhi, you understand. Guru is saying, disciple, Shishya, you have to understand this path of sense pleasures. It's a very dangerous kind of path. One who doesn't have pure intellect and one who doesn't have discriminative capacity, one who is having foolish kind of intellect, such person only will walk in this path. And what will happen? This path will lead to death only, mortality. That person, even in dream also, he cannot get liberation, not in Jagrata Avastha. Means that person will be falling from the ladder of evolution because of following the path of sense pleasures. That person will develop more and more animalistic kind of tendencies in his mind. See, already for so many lives, we have gathered so many kinds of vasanas, and sometimes they will be prompting us to do negative kind of actions also. They will be prompting us to think negatively, to do negative kind of actions. Then it's difficult for the seeker even to resist them and to remove all of them. He has to do a lot of sadhana. And now also that person will be encouraging all these sense pleasures. Then what will happen? He will accumulate more and more vasanas. Then it will be very difficult for him to get purity of the mind. Once these animalistic kinds of impressions will take in the mind of the person, that person will become cruel kind of person. And that person all the time will be seeking happiness in this world. He will be ready to harm others also. He will be cheating others and he will be all the time indulging in sense pleasures. For his happiness, he will be ready to kill others also. But what will happen finally? In fact, he is killing his own soul. He is killing himself. So that's why here it is said, one who is following this kind of path of sense pleasures, that is very dangerous kind of thing. Pratipadam abhiyataha mrityuhu. At every step, the mrityu overtakes that person. Here it's killing means he will die, means not only physical. Yesterday also we were discussing one who is habituated or addicted to negative kind of things. that will lead to the destruction of the person's personality, and so many times negative kind of habits will spoil the health. One who is continuously suffering with diseases, he is equal to dead person, it is said. And the person will lose dignity. That person will lose discriminative capacity. He cannot think properly. He cannot take decisions properly because his mind overpowered by negative kind of thoughts, negative kind of actions. And that person will lose money also. So financial death, wealth, health, all those things he will lose. So death means it's not just physical death. When it is said here that mrityu overtakes that person, means the person will not be fit to attain purushartha. It is said by Shankaracharyaji in Bhashyam, who is ayogya purusha. Ayogya purusha, who is not deserved. Who is ayogya purusha means one who is not fit to get Chaturveda Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. That person cannot enjoy anything in dharmic way. He cannot achieve anything in dharmic way. He cannot earn money in dharmic way. Means he cannot follow the path of righteousness. And without following dharma, that person never, ever will get liberation. Please understand this point. One who is following path of dharma, one who is having good qualities in him, that person alone can be fit to attain moksha sthiti. Having all impurities in the mind, not at all following dharma, that person may be appearing in this world so great in the eyes of ordinary kind of ignorant people, but that person cannot get liberation at all. In the third line, means in the second phase of this sloka, Shankaracharyaji is saying, who will become liberated person? Who will get liberation? Is saying, Hita sujena gurutya gacchata swasya yutya. Hita sujena gurutya. Whatever said by noble-hearted and Guru Mahatma, Master, Hita means good, noble. Guru, teacher, master. Hita Guru, one who is noble, Guru. Uktya, that which is said by him, means those are the instructions given by him. Through the instructions of well-meaning and noble Guru, Hita Sujena Gurutya, Hita Sujena, good, noble people. So whatever elderly people and Guru Mahatmas, they will be saying for our welfare, well-wishers, Sreyo Bhilashi, one who is wishing our welfare. So whatever said by them, Gacchitaha, one who goes, one who walks, means one who follows. Swasya yuktya, swasya by one's own, yuktya means by proper logical thinking, by reasoning faculty, means he did Sravana, then applying his intellect and following the instructions of Guru and great people or Mahatmas. Prabhavati Phalasiddhi. For such kind of person, Phalasiddhi Prabhavati. Phalasiddhi means the achievement of fruit. Whatever he wants to get it. Prabhavati comes to him. He will receive that prasada. Satyamiti eva vidhi. Shankaracharyaji is emphasizing this point. Vidhi, you know, satyamiti eva. It is true. It is real. iti eva, for certain, vidhi, satyam, true. What is true? One who follows the path of goodness, one who follows the path of divinity, one who follows the instructions of Guru, Mahatma and noble people, such kind of person, definitely, without doubt, he will attain his great goal. For spiritual seeker, moksha prapti will be there. This is not only applicable in the path of this spirituality, it is applicable in ordinary worldly life also. Those who are listening their parents, those who are listening and following gurus, their teachers' words, those who are all the time willing to listen from elders because they are experienced. They have gone through so many experiences in their lives. See, sometimes the great people and even elders also, when parents, they will be saying, Race, in our life, we have seen so many things. We have gone through such kind of things. At that time, sometimes people will be saying like this, at that time when we were young, there were no people to say us, that's why we led such kind of dangerous kind of life. Now we are suffering a lot. Why you want to follow again such kind of things, such kind of path? You are walking in that path. Be careful, be alert. It's not good for you. And elderly people will be saying, how many people in our lives we have seen how they have faced the problems, those who have indulging in sense pleasures. So you be alert. If once you entertain these kind of things in your entire life, you have to suffer a lot. Be alert, be careful. Parents will be saying all the time, we could not achieve that one in our life. At least you try to achieve it. You follow this good path. We should not think. So those who are saying parents and gurus, they could not follow that one. So why should we follow? Not like that. They tried their level best to follow. And they are expecting more improvement in our lives. So we have to understand this. And here, that's why I use the word Hita Sujena Guru. Those who have practiced such kind of noble things, noble sadhanas, those who are well-wishers, Guru Mahatmas, those who are perfect, they are saying means we have to understand and follow. One who follows their instructions, they will attain moksha. Seekers. After saying all these things, finally, Guru Mahatma, he is asking only one thing. See, my dear, you want to get moksha or not? I am asking you only. You want to get moksha? Okay. Yes? Then what should be done? Next sloka. Here Guru is taking pause and asking, if you want to get liberation, you have to do these kind of things. Before that, he is asking, do you want to get really moksha? Yes. Then, mokshasya kangsha yedi vai tavasti. Mokshasya kangsha yedi vai tavasti. Tyajati durad vishayan visham yatha. Tyajati durad vishayan visham yatha. Piyushavatosha daya kshemajava. Piyushavatosha daya kshemajava. Prashanti danti bhajani tyamadarat. Prashanti danti bhajani tyamadarat. Wonderful sloka. Very important sloka also. Similar kind of almost the same words used, similar kind of verse, sloka given in Ashtavakra Gita also. Mokshasya kangsha yedivai tava asti. Kangsha means desire. Here desire means not worldly kind of desire. Mokshasya kangsha. If you want to get liberation, yedi means if. Why? Indeed, Mokshasya kangsha yadi, if you are having intense desire to get liberation, tava asti, tava means to you, yours, asti is there. Is there means what is there? The desire to get liberation. Then Teja ati durat vishayan visham yatha. Very important. If you want to get liberation, then Teja, renounce, give up. Ati durat vishayan. What should be given up? Vishayan. Sense objects, sense pleasures. Vishayan. Ati durat. Ati durat means keep them so far distance. Ati durat, from a good distance, so that they will not disturb you like that. Ati durat. How we have to keep them very distance, even not allowing them to come near. Visham yatha, yatha, just as how we keep poisonous kind of things away, how we keep poison in very far distance place. In the same way, the seeker of truth, he has to renounce and he has to keep in distance all kinds of sense pleasures. The person, when he comes to know there is poison mixed in by mistake, there was a poison in the juice glass. Ah, very nice juice, very nice juice. Juice is nice, but mixed with poison. What should be done? No, I want to drink juice, but it's there is poison. When the person will come to know there is poison, immediately, even he will not dare not to touch even the glass of the juice. Yes. So in the same way, what we are in this world seeing, so many kinds of sense pleasures, they appear as though they are very nice and very good. But when we experience them, they are more dangerous than poison. They will spoil our entire life. It's true. So one point here it is said, if the person really seriously wants to get liberation, then he has to renounce all sense pleasures. He should not indulge in them. One side, Shankaracharyaji, he is saying, renounce everything. And another side, he is saying, try to cultivate good virtues in you. What are those things? Here it is said, Piyushavat. Piyusha means like Amruta, nectar. In earlier one, Vishayas are like Visha, it is said. They are like poison. And here, the virtues and values, they are like nectar, like Amruta. Piyusha means Amruta, nectar. Piyushavat, like nectar. Piyushavat tosha daya kshemajava. Tosha means here contentment, trupti, whatever is there, enough, happy, contentment. Daya, kindness. Kshema, forgiveness. Arjava, straightforwardness. Prashanti, peace. Danti, control of the senses. Bhaja. Here, bhaja doesn't mean like in Bhaja Govindam in another place we have seen, not bhaja means worship or doing puja. It's not like that. Bhaja means here cultivate. Try to cultivate all these virtues. Try to get all these virtues. Bhaja. Nityam adarat. Nitya means always. Adarat. Adarana. Adarat. Might have heard this word very often we will be using. So adarat means love with understanding. Love with reverence is called adara. Love and respect. So we should have all the time the thought of cultivating good virtues. So here wonderful words given. These are not mere words, great qualities, divine qualities. Piyushavat, like nectar only, Amrita Swarupa. Earlier it is said when the person is following the path of sense pleasures, that person will die. Means that will lead to the death of that person. Here, those who will cultivate great values and leading the life of divinity, such kind of person will attain Amrita Tattva. Amrita Tattva, Moksha Sthiti. So, Piyushavat Tosha. Tosha means contentment. When person he is having a lot of greed, means lobha, opposite to contentment is greediness. When person wants to get more and more and more and more, that time the person's mind will not be peaceful. With agitated mind, person cannot practice the spiritual sadhanas. The person cannot even sit for few moments for meditation. It's impossible for that person. So contentment is very important quality. When the person will be having the thought of, yes, it is enough, then his mind will be free from all other kinds of pursuits. So the person can focus on the higher goal, the self-realization. So contentment, then dosha, afterwards daya. Daya, kindness. Opposite to daya, cruelty. Opposite to kindness, cruelty. When person's mind filled with cruel thoughts, harming others, that person cannot experience happiness at all. That person will not be fit to get liberation. Kshema, forgiveness. Forgiveness is very great and divine quality. One who can forgive others, those who have harmed, those who have all the time creating troubles, if that person can forgive them, really he is equal to God. It's not easy to forgive someone. What is the opposite word to kshema? Pratikara, revenge, taking revenge. Naturally, for human beings, in fact for any creature, if another creature is, another prani is creating trouble or trying to harm or harming, or any other people, when it comes to the human beings, other people when cause some kind of suffering, then immediately the thought of revenge will arise in the mind of person. Yes. But if we have the great divine quality, kshama guna, the person may be in the state of ignorance and that person may be all the time troubling. But if we can forgive that person, Bhagwan will bless us. Guru Parampara will bless us. And one more thing, when person is having the thought of revenge, that person cannot be peaceful, cannot be happy at all. When Kshema is there, all other negative thoughts, just they will disappear. We can focus on our higher goal. It's true. We have to do lot of practice, then only we can get all these qualities 100% in us. See, sometimes it's very easy to forgive, sometimes it's very difficult to forgive. When it becomes very difficult to forgive, then surrender to Bhagwan. He will give strength to us to forgive. See, taking revenge is very easy. Forgiving others is very difficult. Please understand. It's not easy to forgive someone who really caused the suffering to us, cheating, and some people, how many kinds of cruel kinds of acts people will be doing. Sometimes even a person will be feeling it's these kind of people, why is they are doing all such kind of negative kind of things, and because of them so many people also will be suffering. Of course, when it comes to dharma, to protect dharma, we have to punish adharma. That is one thing. Ramchandraji killed Ravanasura. Ramchandraji, he wanted to forgive Ravana, but he did not listen. So he punished him. But when he punished him, it's not because of just the thought of taking revenge, but he punished him with kindness only. Because when the person will be more in that form, he will be continuing to do so many kinds of sins. That's why he put an end to all kind of sins. In fact, saving the soul. Lord Krishna, when he wants to establish dharma, through him, we see so many people were killed in Kurukshetra Sangrama. But please understand where we have to apply Kshama, where we have to punish. That is also most important. In the name of forgiving, we should not become the instrument in the cruel people's hands to harm others. Please understand. Because in history, in Purana Itihasa, if we see so many times this thing happened, because of this Kshema Guna, other people, they should not understand we are helpless. It's not like that. Kshema Guna is very great divine quality. One who is great-hearted person, such person only can forgive. So when the person is having Daya Guna, Kshema Guna, his mind will be relaxed. He will be so happy and peaceful. Next one is, after Kshema, Arjava. Arjava means straightforward. Straightforwardness means one who is having complete integrity of the personality. Manasa, Vacha, Karmana. Whatever is thought in the mind, whatever is uttering the words coming through the Vak, and whatever is person is performing, doing the action, everything is same. Manasa, Vacha, Karma. One who is having complete integrity, that person will be in this world like divine form. It's not very easy. Many people will be having something in the mind, and they will speak something and they will do something. Nowadays, though, in Kali Yuga, it's very difficult to find the person, one who is having this Arjava Guna. Arjava Guna is Saralatva. Arjuna's names. Arjuna means one who is having Arjava Guna. Rusatvat iti Arjuna, one who follows the path of straightforwardness. Straightforwardness doesn't mean a person will be very rude and using harsh words. Some people will be saying, I am very straightforward in nature, so I am telling on your face only. It's not like that also. That's why before Arjuna said having kindness and Kshema Guna also. So this straightforwardness is completely the integrity of the personality. Very subtle in form. It's not whatever is there in the mind, just speaking outside, and the person is getting angry with another person and just beating that person. It doesn't call Arjava Guna. So Arjava Guna is very divine quality. The person should have that thought, that word and action only one. Then what will happen? So many kinds of distractions will not be there at all. All those things will be avoided. Say, for example, one person is there. That person wants to protect himself. He said one lie. And afterwards, what happened? The person, to protect himself again, whatever said by him, that lie, to make it true, he started saying a few more lies. And whenever he goes, when that topic comes again and again, he has to say so many lies. In the entire life of that person is completely, it's a false kind of life. It's pretending all the time. If he knows what is the truth, if it is required, you communicate in a proper way. If it is not required, just keep quiet. Be silent. When this Arjava Guna is not there, that person all the time will be having so much hesitation in the mind. He will be all the time, he has to protect himself. He did something, mistakes, and so many kinds of. See, no one is free from imperfections. Please understand. Because we have born as human being means We are having few imperfections. To make them correct only, we are doing sadhana. We are not saying by birth only everyone will be having this Ajava Guna and 100% perfect. And once the person will enter in the path of the spirituality, that person will be 100% having integrated. Not saying like that. Here, that's why it is said bhaja. Bhaja, you cultivate them, you practice them. In earlier stages of ignorance, whatever mistakes done by you, Bhagwan and Guru Parampara, they are giving chance, correct yourself. So all these great qualities, these are just not words, wonderful kind of qualities. If we want to get liberation, we have to cultivate these virtues. Arjava and Prashanti. Try to be peaceful. Try to be all the time in quietude. Maintain that tranquility. Here Prashanti can be taken as control of the mind also, Shama also. When Shanti will be there, when mind is under our control. So when we are peaceful, we can take right decisions in our life. When mind is all the time hesitating, we cannot receive the self-knowledge properly. We cannot understand the inner meanings of the Shastra. We cannot do meditation. We cannot practice spiritual things. So be peaceful, Shanti, Prashanti, and Danti. Danti means control of the senses. Dhamma, control of the mind, control of the senses. Bhaja, nityam adarat, not now and then. Now and then I will be very, very compassionate. But most of the time I will be cruel. No, not like that. Nityam, all the time. Adarat bhaja, with a lot of love and reverence, with a lot of understanding, try to follow all these great qualities. Try to cultivate them. The one who is full of negativities, Anarcha Buddha, earlier we have seen, one who is indulging in sense pleasures, one who is causing trouble to others, that person, slowly, he has to give up all those things. Whatever the sense objects are pulling him, keep them away in far distance. Far distance means not only physically. No, now onwards I will not touch that object. I will have to see that object. It's not only physically. We have to keep away from our mind. Duram teja. And one side removing negative things, another side filling with good qualities. Then that person slowly from Rakshasa state, animal kind of state, slowly he will evolve. He will be, it's step by step. So the evolution of ladder going more and more ahead. Finally, he will attain the 100% perfection in his life, and he will attain the moksha sthiti. So many examples were given in our Purana Itihasas. Those who were looting, plundering, killing, and cheating others, those who were completely indulging in sense pleasures, how they left everything and they became divine souls. Valmiki Maharshi, Yogi Vemana, so many Mahatmas. It doesn't mean it's negative things first they will be, then we have to cultivate good things. It's not like that. We have to put forth our 100% effort to follow the path of divinity. Remaining slokas tomorrow we will see. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. పూజ్యాది శంకరాచార్యుల వారు మోక్షం పొందాలి అనుకునేటువంటి వ్యక్తి విషయ వస్తువుల్ని దూరంగా ఉంచాలని చెప్తున్నారు. ఎవరైతే విషయ వస్తువుల్లో మునిగి తేలుతూ ఉంటారో, విషయ వస్తువులు ప్రాపంచికమైనటువంటి సుఖభోగాల్లో మునిగి తేలుతూ ఉంటారో, ప్రమాదకరమైనటువంటి అటువంటి మార్గంలో నడిచేటువంటి వ్యక్తి మనస్సు అంతా కూడా కల్మషాలతో కూడి ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యక్తి మోక్షాన్ని పొందడానికి అర్హుడు కాదు. తన జీవితంలో ప్రతి అడుగడుగున మృత్యు అన్నటువంటిది ఎదుర్కోవాల్సి వస్తుంది. ఇక్కడ మృత్యు అన్నప్పుడు కేవలం దేహం వదిలేయడం అని కాదు, శారీరకంగా అనారోగ్యం పాలు కావటము, ఆర్థికంగా ఇబ్బందులు కొని తెచ్చుకోవటము, సమాజంలో ఏ విధమైన ఉన్నతమైన స్థానము లేకుండా పోవటము, మనసంతా కల్మషాలతో నిండి ఉన్నప్పుడు అటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఎప్పుడూ కూడా ఆనందాన్ని, ప్రశాంతతని పొందలేడు. ఇదంతా మృత్యుతో సమానం అని చెప్పుకున్నారు. ఎవరైతే గురువు చెప్పిన మాటలని, శాస్త్రంలో చెప్పిన మాటలని, పెద్దలు మహాత్ములు చెప్పినటువంటి వాటిని వింటూ వాటిని అర్థం చేసుకుంటూ ఆచరిస్తారో అటువంటి వాళ్ళు అనుకున్నటువంటి దాన్ని తప్పకుండా సాధిస్తారు, మోక్షాన్ని పొందుతారు అని చెప్తున్నారు. ఆధ్యాత్మిక సాధకులు ఎవరైనా మోక్షం పొందాలనుకుంటే, ఇక్కడ శంకరాచార్యుల వారు మోక్షస్య కాంక్ష ఏది వై తవాస్తి, ఒకవేళ నీకు నిజంగా మోక్షం పొందాలన్నటువంటి తీవ్ర కోరిక ఉన్నట్లయితే అది నెరవేరాలి అంటే ప్రాపంచిక విషయ సుఖాలని దూరంగా, ఆ పదం ఇంకా చాలా దూరంగా పెట్టాలని చెప్తున్నాను. ఇక్కడ దూరం అంటే కేవలం భౌతిక దూరం అనే కాదు, మనస్సులో కూడా వాటిని దూరంగా ఉంచాలని చెప్తున్నారు. ఇవి ఎటువంటివి అంటే విషంతో సమానమైనవి. ఏదైనా విషంతో కూడి ఉంది అంటే అది ఎంత రుచికరమైన పదార్థమైనా మనం స్వీకరించాలని అనుకోము. అదే విధంగా విషయ సుఖాలు ప్రారంభ దశలో సుఖంగా అనిపించిన తరువాత అవి దుఃఖానికి కారణమవుతాయి. దుఃఖయోనయ, అందుకోసమే వివేకవంతుడు వీటి గురించి తెలుసుకొని వాటిలో దోషాలను చూసి వదిలిపెట్టాలి అని చెప్తున్నారు. అంతేకాకుండా ఆధ్యాత్మిక సాధకుడు ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి దైవీ గుణాలని తనలో పెంపొందింప చేసుకోవాలని చెప్తున్నారు. అవేంటి అంటే పీయూషవత, అమృతప్రాయమైనటువంటి, ముందు చెప్పుకున్నది మృత స్వరూపం, ఇప్పుడు చెప్పబోయేటువంటిది అమృత స్వరూపం. మోక్షాన్ని ప్రసాదించేటువంటి అద్భుతమైనటువంటి మంచి లక్షణాలను గురించి ఇక్కడ చెప్తున్నాను. పీయూషవత్ తోష, దయ, క్షేమ, ఆర్జవ, ప్రశాంతి, దాంతి, ఉన్నదానితో తృప్తి చెందటం, ఇంకా ఇంకా విషయ సుఖాలు అనుభవించాలి అన్నటువంటి కోరిక లేకుండా ఉండటం, దయ, ఎవరైనా కష్టంలో బాధలో ఉంటే వెంటనే మనస్సు ద్రవించాలి, చేతనైనంత వరకు సహాయము చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. క్షమ, ఎవరైనా మనకి ఇబ్బంది కలిగించినా, చాలా బాధలు కలిగిస్తూ ఉన్నా, వాళ్ళు ఎన్ని తప్పులు చేసినా, పొరపాట్లు చేస్తూ ఉన్నా క్షమించేటువంటి గుణం ఉండాలి. అయితే ఇక్కడ క్షమాగుణం అన్నప్పుడు అవతలి వాళ్ళు అధార్మిక మార్గంలో ఉండి అందరికీ ఇబ్బంది కలిగిస్తుంటే ఎప్పుడు క్షమిస్తూ పోతే మళ్ళీ వాళ్ళు అలాంటి పనులే చేస్తూ ఉంటారు కదా అంటే, ధర్మాన్ని సంరక్షణ చేయడం కోసము ఎవరిని శిక్షించాలి, ఎప్పుడు శిక్షించాలి అన్నటువంటిది కూడా గుర్తించాల్సి ఉంటుంది. సాక్షాత్తు రామచంద్ర ప్రభు రావణాసురుని వధించున్నారు. శ్రీకృష్ణ పరమాత్మ అనేక మంది దుష్టుల్ని వధింపజేయడం జరిగింది ధర్మ సంస్థాపన కోసం. కానీ క్షమ అన్నటువంటిది ఎక్కడ అవసరము, ఎవరిని క్షమించాలి అన్నటువంటిది గుర్తించాలి. క్షమ అన్నటువంటిది దైవీ గుణం. ఎవరు క్షమిస్తారో వాళ్ళు సాక్షాత్తు భగవత్ స్వరూపం. ఎవరు క్షమించబడతారో వాళ్ళు దుష్టులు, దుర్మార్గులు అయి ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా క్షమించబడుతున్నారు అని అంటే వాళ్ళల్లో మంచి మార్పు రావాలని కోరుకోవడం అన్నమాట. ఎవరిలో అయితే లోభం ఉంటుందో, ఉన్నదాంతో తృప్తి చెందకుండా ప్రాపంచిక విషయాలు ఇంకా ఇంకా పొందాలి అని అనుకుంటుంటారో, లోభం ఉంటుందో, ఎవరిలో అయితే క్రూరత్వం ఉంటుందో, ఎవరిలో అయితే ప్రతీకార భావన ఉంటుందో అటువంటి వాళ్ళు ప్రశాంతంగా ఉండలేరు, ఆనందాన్ని ఎప్పటికీ కూడా పొందలేరు. ఇంకా మోక్షం అన్న పదాన్ని చాలా దూరంగా పెట్టాల్సి వస్తుంది అటువంటి వాళ్ళకి. ప్రశాంతి, దాంతి, ఆర్జవం. ఆర్జవం అంటే సరళ స్వభావాన్ని కలిగి ఉండటం. మనస్సులో ఏ ఆలోచన ఉందో వాక్కు ద్వారా దాన్ని వ్యక్తం చేస్తూ చేసే పనులలో దాన్ని వ్యక్తం చేయడం అన్నటువంటిది సరళ స్వభావం, ఆర్జవ స్వభావము. సంపూర్ణమైనటువంటి ఏకత్వ భావన. మనసులో ఒకటి ఉండి మాటలో ఒకటి ఉండి పనిలో ఒకటి ఉన్నట్లయితే, వేరువేరుగా ఉన్నట్లయితే అటువంటి వ్యక్తి ఎప్పుడూ అలజడికి లోనవుతాడు. ఒక తప్పు కప్పిపుచ్చుకోవడానికి అనేక తప్పుల్ని చేస్తూ ఉండడం జరుగుతుంది. ఆర్జవ స్వభావం ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళు ఒకవేళ ఇబ్బందులు పడుతూ ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా, కొంతమంది అంటూ ఉంటారు కదా, అరే ముక్కుసూటి స్వభావం ఉందిరా నీకు, అందుకే ఇన్ని ఇబ్బందులు కష్టాలు అనేసి అంటుంటారు. అలా ఉన్నప్పటికీ కూడా వాళ్ళకి లోపల ప్రశాంతత, ఆనందం అన్నటువంటిది ఉంటుంది. ఎప్పుడు కపట స్వభావం కలిగి ఉన్నటువంటి వాళ్ళకి సంపూర్ణ ఆనందం ఎప్పటికీ వాళ్ళు ప్రశాంతత అనుభవించలేరు. ప్రశాంతి దాంతి, మనస్సును ఎప్పుడు శాంత స్థితిలో ఉంచుకోవాలని చెప్తున్నారు. మనస్సు నిగ్రహింపబడినప్పుడు శాంతి అనేటువంటిది కలుగుతుంది. ప్రశాంతమైన మనస్సుతో మాత్రమే ఆధ్యాత్మిక సూక్ష్మ విషయాల్ని అర్థం చేసుకోగలుగుతాము, ధ్యానము చేయగలుగుతాము. దాంతి అంటే ఇంద్రియ నిగ్రహము. ఇంద్రియ మనో నిగ్రహాన్ని కలిగి ఉండి ఈ దైవీ సద్గుణాలని కలిగి ఉన్నటువంటి వ్యక్తి తప్పకుండా మోక్షాన్ని పొందుతారు. భజ నిత్యం ఆదరాత్, ఇటువంటి గుణాలని చాలా ఆదరంతో నిరంతరము ఆచరించడానికి ప్రయత్నించాలి అని చెప్తున్నారు. మరి అందరికీ సాధ్యమవుతుందా ఇవన్నీ పాటించడం అంటే, అందుకని భజ అని చెప్తున్నారు. నెమ్మదిగా నీలో వాటిని నింపుకోవడానికి ప్రయత్నం చేయని మనందరికీ కూడా గురువు గారు బోధ చేస్తున్నారు. పుట్టుకతో ఎవ్వరము 100% ఉన్నతమైన వ్యక్తులము కాదు. మానవ జన్మ వచ్చింది అంటేనే మనలో కొన్ని మంచి గుణాలు, కొన్ని చెడు గుణాలు కూడా ఉంటాయి. సో మనలో ఉన్నటువంటి చెడును తొలగించుకొని మంచిని పెంపొందింప చేసుకోవడం కోసమే మనం సాధన అన్నటువంటిది చేస్తున్నాం. ఇది ఎవరికో చెప్పడానికో లేకపోతే ఎవరినో ఉద్ధరించడానికో కాదు, మన కోసం. గురువు గారు బోధిస్తున్నది మన కోసం. మనలో నెమ్మదిగా మంచి గుణాలని పెంచుకుంటూ ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి దైవీ స్థితిని పొందాల్సి ఉంటుంది. ఎంతో మంది ప్రారంభ దశల్లో అనేక ప్రాపంచికమైనటువంటి చెడు కార్యాలు చేస్తూ ఉన్నప్పటికీ ఈ దైవికమైనటువంటి జ్ఞానాన్ని పొంది, ఉన్నతమైనటువంటి లక్షణాలను పొంది చివరికి మోక్షాన్ని కూడా పొందినటువంటి మహాత్ములు ఎంతో మంది ఉన్నారు. కాబట్టి ప్రతి ఒక్కరం కూడా సాయశక్తుల మంచి గుణాలను కలిగి ఉండి మంచిని ఆచరించడానికి ప్రయత్నము చేయాల్సి ఉంటుంది. మిగతావి రేపటి రోజున చెప్పుకుందాం. ఓం శాంతి శాంతి శాంతి. హరి ఓం. శ్రీ గురుభ్యో నమః. హరి ఓం.